victory here. Casey O'Gorman and Marco Morelli also searching for their maiden victories in Junior GP. So it is go time, eyes on the lights, and the revs are rising here at Motorland Aragon, and we are racing in the first race of the day here in the Junior GP World Championship. And Brian Uriarte has gotten the start he wanted, as has Jesus Rios and Rico Salmela. It's 1, 2, 3, and Rios is about to fire it up the inside of Uriarte, and now the young Spaniard leads the championship leader. Rios over Uriarte with Salmela in third.
Yeah, that was an absolutely sensational start from Jesus Rios. You could see him just pulling off the line incredibly quickly there, and it's Uriarte who's now back in the lead, so something's clearly happened there, but this is looking already like it's going to be a classic, and that the riders are looking to take the battle to Uriarte, which is exactly, as neutrals, what we wanted. Yeah,
Jesus Rios running it wide, I think, there around turn 3. Not sure what happened exactly, but it handed the lead back to Uriarte. Salmela into second, and a great start for Hakim Danish, who's up third position from the third row.
Yeah, absolutely sensational from Danish, who is a rider who's been showing us exactly what he's capable of across various classes, across various championships, and he's displaying exactly why he's one of the names that's touted for a future in the Moto3 World Championship very soon. Yeah, downhill then through the reverse corkscrew we've already come. Now kink left on 11 before the heartbreaking turn 12. Uriarte over Salmela and Danish. This is going to be a crucial final section, you would imagine, as the race progresses. The long run, they get to open up the throttle here before, a little bit heartbreaking at turn 14, flick it left at 15, and then the long run towards turn 16 with the long looping left-hander ahead of the finish line. So slipstream will certainly play a role here, and with such a long back straight leading on to the front straight, you would imagine there'd be plenty of chopping and changing here. But Uriarte over Salmela and Danish. Casey O'Gorman has slotted into 4th position, and Veda Pratama riding in 5th position. Jesus Rios hasn't quite recovered from that early mistake. The number 54 still riding in 6th position. We mentioned Joel Esteban before. He started in P11. He's up to P7 by the close of the opening lap. Yeah, and further back, David Gonzalez started from P28 after that penalty, now up to 19th. So that's a fantastic ride a bit further back. We'll see what he's capable of as this race goes on. He's still 12 laps to try and get into the points. Bit of a gap opening up then between the top two, as we have seen in races gone by. It's Uriarte against Salmela out the front, just a couple bike lengths back to Hakim Danish, but not a whole lot of change then in the order. Joel Esteban has gotten ahead of Veda Pratama. Jesus Rios is starting to cut through the pack as well. Pratama lost a couple of places around the first sector there. Now, will we see Salmela make a move here at any opportunity? He might get a chance coming out on the run of turn 10. But it is Uriarte who's looking calm and composed out front, as he has for much of the 2025 campaign. Salmela really is going to need to come up with some absolute magic to get the better of Uriarte, the number 51. Absolutely, but for the time being, if he can match the pace of Uriarte, then that's enough. He's still got plenty of time to find and bide his time and make his move when he feels that the opportunity is there. There's no point in rushing it. There's no point in making a mistake. He's got to maintain the pressure on Uriarte for the time being. He's got to keep on his back wheel and then make the move when the time is right. Absolutely. Now you see Uriarte is beginning to open up a little bit of a gap here. He's got about 5-6 bike lengths, you'd say, back to Rico Salmela, and this is the run towards the line, the long back straight with the sweeping left-hander. And Uriarte has got that to perfection, you would have to say. And it looks like he's got what? He's got half a second about over Salmela, and they're coming over the line to knock off another lap here in the Junior GP World Championship. Coming live from Aragon. It was Jesus Rios there who had the fastest lap, a 157.298. That's faster than all the other riders around him at the front, so we'll see whether he's able to use that pace and really get back into this podium battle. There he is, confirmation of that fastest lap there. Absolutely sensational. New best race lap, and it looks like that gap that Uriarte had started to build is coming down quite significantly. Here we go then. Casey O'Gorman up the inside of Hakim Danish. Didn't quite have the space to make it work. The number 6 Pratama goes through, and now Joel Esteban goes through. Oh, a terrible couple of corners for Hakim Danish. He was riding in P3 just a couple sectors ago, and now he's down into 7th position.
That is the standard that is on offer here in Junior GP. If you open the door, somebody will go through it. And in this case, 4 riders went through it.
Yeah, that was absolutely wonderful from Casey O'Gorman and Joel Esteban there, who really took advantage of that open door, as you so poetically mentioned. It was wonderful from Esteban, and it's Jesus Rios as well, whose pace early on has really dragged all of these riders back into what looks like it's going to be a fantastic battle for the podium, with Salmela managing to keep on the back of Brian Uriarte. That gap between Salmela and Rios now at just under 0.4 seconds. So this is going to get more and more exciting as
Jesus Rios reels off another fastest lap of 1:57.2 this time around. So Rios has got some serious pace to burn here under the Spanish sun, and it is now a lead trio. Rios is closing that gap and closing it around, and Uriarte has gone wide. He's gone very, very wide. And that race on, Connor.
Absolutely race on. That's the pace that Rios has been showing throughout, and now both Rios and Salmela ahead of Brian Uriarte. We were saying before that Salmela had to bide his time and wait for the right opportunity to make his move. Well, it was put on a plate for him by Brian Uriarte, and now it's Salmela, the Finn, the Iceman, who leads. Will he be able to keep his cool as we continue racing here in Motorland Aragon? Well, look at Uriarte there. He's already back through on the inside of Jesus Rios, who manages to cut back so sensationally. This is really chopping and changing. This is racing in Junior GP.
Yeah, all this chopping and changing has made a lead trio, a group of 9, I think it is, all the way back to Marco Morelli. So, or even to Veda Pratama. So a group of 8 now vying for the coveted podium positions. But it is Rico Salmela out for ordinary quality in the Junior GP class. A race winner in Estoril on a couple of occasions. The young Finn really metronomic when he gets out front. And Uriarte's got more problems. Casey O'Gorman has fired his way past him through turn 5. Uriarte looking to respond, gets the outside line, but Casey O'Gorman forces himself on the inside. Now Joel Esteban. Oh, Uriarte. What is going on here? Joel Esteban. Uriarte looking to respond, gets the outside line, but Casey O'Gorman forces himself on the inside. Now Joel Esteban. Oh, Uriarte. What is going on here? Joel Esteban fires it through. So Casey O'Gorman initially went through, and now Hakim Danish fancies a chance at this as Uriarte looks to fight back on Esteban. He manages to fight back. Hakim Danish looking to make a move past either Uriarte or Esteban. Doesn't make it stick, but you'd imagine a move is going to come from Joel Esteban once again. Back out front, Rios looks to close up on Rico Salmela as Casey O'Gorman attaches onto the rear tyre of the Fee Network XTI Racing Team rider.
Yeah, the 2 Estrella Galicia riders here at the front doing...
Yeah, brilliant racing here from the opening Junior GP event in Aragon, living up to the billing as we hoped it would. Rico Salmela and Casey O'Gorman of Estrella Galicia sitting in the podium positions. Is it a 1-2? Casey O'Gorman has moved through, and Brian Uriarte, though, he's going to have something to say about it. He goes from 4th to 2nd, but for how long? O'Gorman gets him on the cutback around turn 17. Stuff from the young Irish rider. Brilliant stuff from Uriarte here, and this is playing right into the hands of the flying Finn, Rico Salmela. His advantage out to half a second coming through the second sector here of Motorland Aragon. Uriarte, though, is the rider looking to chase him down. He's got Casey O'Gorman looking for a little move up the inside of Hakim Danish, making up your top 8.
This battle between Uriarte and O'Gorman is absolutely incredible. Some of the overtakes that we're seeing, it's almost as if they're getting out a compass and a protractor to make their way past each other. Just look at the battle between these two. And there's Rios there just behind. It's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, 3 abreast there almost. Uriarte flying through the middle of Casey O'Gorman and Jesus Rios to push himself back into 2nd position. So as it stands, it's Rico Salmela holding an advantage of about 0.2 of a second over Brian Uriarte. Brian Uriarte has much less time of an advantage in his pocket over Casey O'Gorman. Casey O'Gorman almost like a mosquito on Brian Uriarte, just buzzing around him and waiting for an opportunity. Winner from Magny-Cours, just sitting in 4th position, and again probably just waiting for his time to strike. because there is a lot of chopping and changing, and there is a long way to go in this race as we see Veda Pratama run it wide. So from 5th to 8th position goes Pratama as he runs it wide there around the final corner. Now, Uriarte position by the time they enter into turn 1. It looks like he will be. It looked like O'Gorman might get into the slipstream of the championship leader, but nothing going for him that time around. Here we see the battle further back, led by 37 rather. Marianos Nicholas of the AGR team in the battle for 12th. You mentioned it earlier as well, just David Gonzalez, the number 11, is now running in 11. He had a back of the grid penalty, so superb ride from David Gonzalez. He's just ahead of these riders here. Marianos Nicholas leading this battle, but not for long, as Leo Ramostorfer makes his way through. Oh, we've got a rider down, and it's one of the FI Network riders. It's Jesus Rios with the yellow helmet.
He'll be so frustrated. He'd been putting in such an incredible performance.
And hopefully he is okay. Yeah,
it looks like a bit of a painful one there as he just gets to his feet. Hopefully he's just winded. Vince P2.
Yeah, Leonardo Zani looked like he might have the opportunity to shoot up the inside of O'Gorman there, going through the right-hander at turn 6. But O'Gorman doing brilliantly so far to hold on to the lead, and very technical part of the track, but it seems to be navigated brilliantly by all the riders in that lead group. David Gonzalez is worth mentioning because we have mentioned him a few times. He's just one place behind Brian Uriarte, and he looks quite close to Uriarte too. So Zani, has he got a chance for the lead here? He does indeed. He does indeed. Going into turn 12, he makes a move stick. Casey O'Gorman now relegated back to 2nd position with Rico Salmela in 3rd. Hakim Dan Duck in Junior GP, and will he break it with a victory?
He may well do, but just that, there came from Gonzalez. As you mentioned, looking very, very close to Uriarte. He's now overtaken Brian Uriarte. Brian Uriarte has fallen 7 positions from his pole position, and conversely, David Gonzalez is up 21. But meanwhile, at the front, as the battle continues, it's Leonardo close behind as we go on to the start-finish straight.
Hakim Danish running it wide there. Has that cost him a podium opportunity as we go on to the last lap here? Race 1, Junior GP in Aragon. Leonardo Zani leads. This is going to be a real test of the Italian's mettle. The number 57 has never been on a Junior GP podium. He could be about to win a race in Junior GP, but he's got class already. Casey O'Gorman, a podium finisher, but has never won. All 3 of them are desperate to win here, particularly the Estrella Galicia 0-0 riders. But it is Zani who is building up an sizable advantage, you would have to say, through the first sector, entering into the second sector on this final lap, Connor.
Yeah, but anything can happen here. And the 2 Estrella Galicia riders have shown their pace throughout. They just need to be very quick through this sector 2 now. Very technical point here, going down the reverse corkscrew. And they've still got 2 more sectors to try and get faster and really catch up and narrow this gap, but it's looking like it's growing and growing. Leonardo Zani growing in confidence as well.
He wants to hammer home the advantage. Has lost it to Rico Salmela. Rico Salmela went wide here last time round. He's lost P2. He challenged for P2 there. Didn't get the drive out of the corner, and Casey O'Gorman got him on the cutback. But it looks like this chopping and changing is not doing them any favours in the victory fight. Round the back straight we go. So Leonardo Zani's got about a half a second, even larger advantage now, you would have to say, after that. It looks like Zani is going to win this one, barring any errors around the back straight. O'Gorman and Rico Salmela taking P2 and P3. Let's see how it changes. Round the run line, Leonardo Zani is a Junior GP race winner with Casey O'Gorman and Rico Salmela on the podium. Brilliant stuff from the young Italian. We said he had a bit of a luckless run. P4, crash out of P4, riding in P4 in this race. Well, now he's a race winner, Connor. Brilliant from the Italian.
Absolutely sensational. He demonstrated his pace from start to finish here in this opening race in round 4 in Junior GP. He was absolutely